I want to show you guys some of the coolest stuff that I have acquired over the course of my assignments. Katarina, why the hell are we in your bedroom sitting on the floor? This year, I freaking went everywhere. I was basically never here in this bedroom. But I want to show you what I got. People stay asking me if I collect cool things along the way, and I have a haul. There are certain things I can't show, but we're gonna get into it. Let's go in order. In January, I went to Ukraine, and I want to show you a few things. I got a food pack. I think it's food. Or it's a blanket. I don't want to open it. Should we unbox it? I feel like it's something so... Let's unbox it for the video. Why not? But basically, this is... I think it's Russian. It's a Russian something from a soldier. I was given this in Ukraine. Let's see what's inside of it. I've had this since January, and I have not opened it. Oh, it's a medical kit. Not me doing this so haphazardly. It's got foam. Guys, I'm bad with like first aid stuff. I shouldn't even say that publicly. That's something water. Oh, probably. Oh, I think it's 30 milliliters, like a water pack, like a little bag if you find water. Oh, this one has liquid in it. This one doesn't. This one has something liquid. I obviously do not read Russian. It's funny because people are like, how do you not understand Russian or Ukrainian or read it, but you speak Polish? Probably because they are all three separate languages, and Polish is not Cyrillic. We have a gauze, more gauze, and another liquid pack. So that's what I got. Oh my god, I can't believe we just unboxed that. I didn't know what was in this Russian care package. This was given to me as I was leaving Ukraine after our long assignment. And apparently this was taken off a Russian soldier. This was obviously given to me by a Ukrainian. Okay, next. That's so cool. From Ukraine. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite things. A lot of people gave me gifts while I was in Ukraine. Everyone was very kind, in spite of the whole terrible situation. But a member of Ukraine's Ministry of Defense, a really nice man, gave me this bracelet. You guys have probably seen me wear this because I wear it a lot. It's agate. I don't know how to say that properly in English. The green stones, and then it has a piece of a bullet, shell casing, a bullet, from the front lines. So basically, there we go. There is a Ukrainian soldier who collects the bullets and he sends them to his wife, and she takes them apart and makes these bracelets. She hand makes them. So I wear this all the time because honestly, it's the coolest freaking bracelet ever. Green is my favorite color, which is also why my friend, the man from the Ministry of Defense that I met, he got me the green. He helped me get access to the prisoner of war camp. He ended up spending a lot of time with our group and was very kind, and we got along very well. And so he ended up gifting me this at the end of my trip. And I wear this all the time. I'm obsessed with it. And it's actually such a conversation starter. When I go on assignment, particularly in like very hostile regions in Mexico, people love this. They're always like, is that a bullet on your bracelet? When I was in TJ, when I was in Tapalpa for Mencho, I have some stuff from there that I want to show. Everyone was like, yo, you're wearing a bullet. It's sick as f. And then when I say it's from the Russian invasion, the Russia-Ukraine war, people are like, that's insane. So really cool things from Ukraine. Okay, next, let's go to Colombia. Oh, I actually went to Colombia before Ukraine. I kind of started out of order. In January, Obviously, when Maduro was captured, I got my ass down to Colombia and to get into Venezuela. This is not something from Colombia or Venezuela, but I wanted to show you guys. I should actually insert a video of my dad judging me for this. This is from Ironclad.
This is your tourniquet. And this has to be so tight that it fucking hurts when your leg gets blown off. Bro, this is a serious bag, man. Then you're laughing. And I see the cigarettes are a great fucking addition to this fucking thing.
Well, bro, if I'm gonna get my leg blown up, I better be able to smoke one up.
I sent you this. This is a fucking sick bag.
You guys have seen, I posted a photo in the ski mask with wearing this. Actually, some people were like, where's this from? It's Ironclad merch, but it is a first aid kit. Yeah, see, it's an Ironclad pack. So it has a very legit tourniquet, which I don't know how to use. I typically, when I wear this, I take this out and I put my tripod in these loops. Anyways, I have this and I took this with me to Colombia, Venezuela, because I went by myself and I had heard, like, as I was basically boarding my flight from Mexico City to Bogota. I went to Bogota, from Bogota to Cucuta, which is right along the border. And then once I was in Cucuta, obviously I paid a guy on a motorcycle to sneak me into Venezuela because they were not letting any journalists in and some of my friends got detained. But because I was going very much alone and I didn't know what was going on, and while I was boarding, people were like, there's protests and all this, and I was like, okay, shit. I typically bring this with me on assignment. However, I do not know how to use everything that this contains. But also, I don't typically need it on me at all times, and I am usually with other people. This time, it was dead alone. It was such a throwback to when I first started doing this job, and no cameraman, no one. So, and I didn't know anyone. Like, you know, across Mexico, I'm pretty much covered. In Cucuta, I didn't know anyone other than some other journalists who had gone there, a lot of them for the first time as well, for their own reporting, and I knew everyone was gonna be busy, so, you know, I actually ended up meeting with Grillo, great friend of mine. Something in my eye. Okay, so I brought this first aid kit that I don't really know how to use. I actually ended up emptying most of it out, and putting my gear in it, but this is a sick first aid kit. It's literally got everything you need. So it has like the really intense tourniquet for like literally if your leg gets blown off. I would love to insert the clip of my dad where he's packing this for me.
Bro, this is a serious bag, man.
And I was packing my luggage and he was like, why the do you have this? What the hell is this gonna do for you?
This is a fucking sick bag.
Anyways, we got this for, I'm sure, like the gauze or something. There's gloves. I'm really just like unboxing a ton of first aid kits. And then there's like a bunch of stuff that's like shoved into these little pouches. What is it? Entry exit wound compact like filler thing, compressed gauze, and oh, I have emergency survival blanket in case I get cold. So this kit was really with me a lot for Ukraine and Colombia. Honestly, I don't really bring this with me like when I travel outside of Mexico City, like when I'm going to other places in Mexico, just because I feel like if something happens, it's gonna be like an on-site death, or also that like if I get kidnapped and tortured, I'm probably not gonna be thinking about doing my immediate first aid. I should though have this because you guys probably know by now, after Tlaxcala, I was in Tlaxcala, Mexico, and two vehicles tried to run us off a road and a guy pointed a gun at us. You know, if someone else gets injured in a crossfire thing, then I have this on deck, so. But it does typically come a lot of places with me. Okay, next, February, El Mencho was captured and killed in the operation. I went to the cabins in Tapalpa in Jalisco, where at these cabins there were a lot of personal belongings and items scattered everywhere remaining. There were also a ton of shell casings, and I got so many DMs from people being like, can you bring me a shell casing? I'll pay you this. Let's make a deal. I didn't bring any of those back. First of all, there's no way that I could probably get on a plane with those. Second of all, I didn't want to be irresponsible in the sense that I'm basically grabbing stuff from what was considered a crime scene. But with that being said, I did grab, and we're gonna have to blur these because I don't know who these people are. When I was at the Padpa, at one point, I went through the ash in a barbecue. I've said this before. Going to the scene where El Mencho was killed, one of the most notorious kingpins, leader of CJ&G, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, and being at the very property where his men resided and were subsequently murdered, and it was wide open to the public and to me, and I was one of the first people to arrive there. It felt like I just had to go through everything and look at everything, and it was just very jarring. At one point, I went through a barbecue that had a layer of ash at the bottom, and I found these two passport pictures. We're gonna blur these because I don't know who they are. I found these two passport images of women in the ash. The photos have no burn damage. This larger one does have a little bit of at the bottom here. I hope you can see that. But I don't know why these photos were discarded in the way that they were. I don't know who these women are. I don't know if they're girlfriends of people that lived there or the women that worked there, or if they were part of the cartel or are part of the cartel. Girlfriends of the men, family members, you never know. I did do my due diligence to the best that I could. I reached out to so many groups in Mexico who search for missing people, scoured Facebook. I even had a sort of digital forensics guy try to find these women on the internet. Not possible, at least not through these photos. Nobody knew who they were. We don't know who these women are. I took them with me, and I want to explain. People are gonna come for me, I know, contaminating the crime scene. I took these with me because I knew if I left them, nothing would be done, no matter what. So me having them with me versus me leaving them there would not have made any difference at all. I'm just being honest. However, a few weeks after I left Tapalpa and the Mexican president announced that they were going to be investigating the authorities that were supposed to shut down that Tapalpa cabin residencies. When the president of Mexico announced that there was going to be an investigation into the authorities that failed to secure the property where the El Mencho operation took place, and they were going to investigate people who contaminated the crime scene, I low-key flipped out that I had these, and I had already posted a ton about having these and wanting to find these women and making sure that they're okay or who are they. You know, curiosity can sometimes, hopefully not, kill the cat. But that investigation went nowhere, so it didn't really matter at the end of the day, which I was sort of anticipating. Anyways, so yeah, everything was gifted to me except for the things that I took from Tapalpa. One more thing I wanted to add. Back to Ukraine. Let's insert the clip of something else that I wanted to take that there was no way I was getting on an international flight with.
Yuri wants to give me... Okay, so we're in a 3D printing farm, and I said I really like this, and Yuri said, okay, you can have it. Camera guy says that I will get put on every list, but I really want to take this home with me for a memory of this war that we're covering.
Okay, I obviously have gathered a ton of stuff, but one last thing I want to show you that I think is really funny, and you'll never guess what trip I received this on. This is a door lock for, this is so stupid, a door lock for your hotel room. I actually received this from a friend when I went on Sean Ryan's podcast. She gave this to me because obviously I travel a lot by myself, and she was freaked out that, I don't know, I'm alone in the hotel room. I feel like I'm exposing myself saying this, but this is for your hotel door to lock it. I forget how it goes. It's such a pain in the ass to put on and take off, and then if you want to run out for something and come back, good fucking luck. But honestly, I do use it every now and then when I'm like on edge or feel just like not super safe in the place that I'm staying, especially in like random places in Mexico. So I will do that. Yeah, I did not receive this from Sean Ryan, but I received it during that trip. So those are some of the really cool items that I have acquired. There's a lot more stuff. Let me know. These are just some of like the more recent things that are kind of big ticket items, I guess, except for the lock on the door.
This is so stupid.
Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff like this, and thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm really excited about this channel because I'm just posting whatever floats my boat, and you guys seem to be really enjoying it. So thank you so much for watching what I have acquired over the course of my time as a cartel journalist, organized crime girl, reporter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next video. I'm taking you guys to the trenches of Baja California.
Hey.